And now it's off to Tel Aviv. They say that Jerusalem is for the soul and Tel Aviv is for the body. Drink for the soul. Welcome to the kitchen of the Dan Hotel in Tel Aviv, and we have the executive chef right here, Oved Elfia. Oved,
Good
welcome.
evening.
Yes.
Good evening.
Welcome to Shaw TV in Israel. We're having a fabulous time, but we have heard that without a doubt you are the best chef in the country. So what is food like here in Israel?
I like to use the Israeli kitchen. I use the products from this area of the Mediterranean, and I like to use we use in this hotel only fresh products and the best product that we have.
This is a huge hotel, so on any given night, how many people are you trying to feed? Like
This
scaredy
evening?
cats? Yes, this evening. How many?
600 people, almost 600 people. Yes.
Yes. And the best thing about your job?
The best thing in my job, my great stuff.
Oh.
I like my stuff. Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Without the stuff, chef can work.
Okay. And so
Can
what
do
are you
it
going to
well.
whip up for us?
I will cook. I will show you the kebab. It's a kebab, but I do it in my way. I serve it with the hummus, chickpea, puree of chickpea, and smoked eggplant.
Well, okay, this is the first time ever in Shaw TV, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Chef Oved making his magic in the kitchen. Voila.
Bon appétit.
Thank you. Chef Oved, Dan Hotel from Tel Aviv, the best kebabs ever in Israel.
You're watching a Shaw TV from Israel.
Who said Wild On is dead? No, it exists right here on Shaw TV. We are in Tel Aviv, and you know what? You just drop into a bar and you never know who you're going to meet.
I moved to Israel many years ago with my family, and well, I have a different perspective. I know what this country needs and never had, and we wanted to bring a live music. We need to heal. We need music. Music heals, and you can express yourself very well through music, as these guys, you get a lot out of me. Never mind, I'm not even playing. Wow.
And speaking about healing, though, I mean, this was a place where it was bombed, and you've resurrected, and people are coming here now. It's incredible.
People came before, and you know, even after our bombing, we proved within 6 days we reopened, and we proved that look, we're bigger than this. You know, you killed some of our people, our friends, our family, but we'll go on, and we've grown, and we've become what we are today, and we are definitely on the map.
For you guys too, to be able to play the music that you do, and for people to come out and hear you play, it's amazing.
Yeah, well, I mean, our main thing is the way you look at the world. That's the way the world's going to look at you. And our Rebbe, the Lubavitcher Rebbe, he really had a whole love for the whole world, really the whole world. It wasn't restricted to the Jewish people, and God is not restricted to the Jewish people, and Israel is not restricted to the Jewish people. So we come with the rock and roll to really give a lot of love. And Mike's place is like for some people, it's like their real family in the house. Like I see some people that come here and they get like, you know, Dave and the other guys that work here. I see really people have family, and it's an awesome environment and a real taste of what the redemption. We get a real taste of the redemption of people from all over just really coming together, and we're just really lucky to be a part of that.
Oh no, and you feel it in the house there. People really embrace this music.
I've been saying for a long time that there's something in the room itself the sound is very, very special sound. And then one day I was thinking about it in the car, I don't know why it was so much, why is it so different at Mike's? 2 musicians and a waitress died in that room. And you'll see there's a memorial board in the middle of the bar there. But there's something in the room that is very, very, very special. Something that raises up the music in ways that it's unique to the place.
Oh my goodness. Well, okay, yeah, check it out. This band is incredible. If you're in Tel Aviv, come to Mike's Place. You're going to see everybody here. Tel Aviv.
We got another set to go, guys. Let's go.
Thanks, Tracy. Thanks. Let's go rock and roll.
For the complete story about the bombing at Mike's Place, there's a beautiful documentary that you really have to see. It's online, and you can go to www.bluesbythebeach.com. And trust me, it's a story that you'll never forget. Shaw TV in Israel continues. We end our travels along the beautiful Mediterranean coast in Caesarea. It began as a small settlement built by the Phoenicians during the Persian rule, and today it is now a national park with many archaeological attractions, such as the most ancient of all theaters in Israel. Built in King Herod's time, it can hold 4,000 spectators and is still used today for outdoor concerts. And this huge entertainment arena, again built by King Herod for chariot racing, wrestling, and other favorite sport events. Caesarea is a true paradise and a gem of Israel. We are spending a beautiful afternoon in Tel Aviv with our Canadian ambassador to Israel, John Allen, and his wife, Clara Hirsch. This is their spectacular residence. In a few moments, we'll meet the lovely couple who both are former Winnipeggers. Now, while the Canadian ambassador has had several postings in other parts of the world, Israel may be his favorite. Thank you so much for having us here. How has this position here in Israel been different, or has it been the same?
Well, it's different. We've been posted to Mexico City, to Delhi, to Washington D.C. with postings in Ottawa in between, and every city, every country is quite dramatically different, as you can imagine. Israel is, of course, unique. Being an ambassador, it's my first ambassadorial post, so that makes it different. You're in control. You kind of run the show. And you have access to the kinds of people and issues that you don't always do in different kinds of positions. The country has been an amazing experience for us. We've been here before. We visited here before. But now we're getting a chance to live it politically and culturally like we never did before, and it's an amazing country.
For you, Clara, what has life been like here?
Well, it's a very rich experience, not only one of the most culturally rich places in the world for its population, but also I've managed to do a lot of things that I probably wouldn't have been able to do in other places. I've had time to do my own artwork. I've been much more involved in the volunteer sector, so I've been working with the Ethiopian community. And John's job keeps me fairly busy as well.
Talking about your art now, there is one particular picture that your husband showed us just before this interview, and it really draws into your family roots, the picture of you and your brother.
The series that I was working on in the past is about my original immigrant past, my parents' past, and the immigrant experience in general, and also now in combining it with my present experience here in Israel, and how the two are influencing each other and how I feel about them.
Oh, it's beautiful. Talking about feelings now, John. Canada's feelings towards Israel, Israel's feelings towards Canada, experiencing the Canadian friends of the Hebrew University, their generosity. I feel love going both ways.
Absolutely. Well, you attended the ceremony that I attended, and you could see how important the contribution that the Canadian Friends of Hebrew University is to the Institute for Medical Research Israel Canada that we inaugurated together, But more generally, there are Canadians all over the country, Jewish, non-Jewish, who recognize the great strides that this country is making in the scientific fields, in sociocultural fields, and they're contributing to that, to many institutions and in a very significant way to Hebrew University.
Your thoughts on IMRIC? How is this going to help the future?
Well, IMRIC is an amazing organization, a new organization. We've had a chance to be briefed by a number of the young and some of the older scientists and the work that they're doing, and the work they're doing with Canadian scientists, with Dr. Plummer in Winnipeg, with scientists in Toronto and in Ottawa, collaborating, acknowledging that one lab by itself can't do it, so having the money to have both Canada and Canadian and Israeli scientists and doctors working together really does make a difference.
So the future looks good?
It certainly does. It's sort of tough economic times, but notwithstanding that, the Canadians have committed themselves, and I'm confident that they will follow through.
Well, before we wrap up, do you have anybody back home in Winnipeg you'd like to say hi to, Clara?
You know what? I don't have very much family left in Winnipeg. I do have the cousins. I have my cousins. I want to say hi to my cousins, the McFlickers.
Oh, and how about you, John?
My brother and sister-in-law are in Winnipeg, and lots of friends, and so to Les and to Patty and to all my old school buddies and relatives, great to see you and great to be here.
Well, it's time to dust off the sand, get our bags packed, and head home. We hope you've enjoyed our little travel here in Israel and have a better understanding of this beautiful country and its people. Special thanks to Rami Kleiman and Miriam Pilk-Levine from the Canadian Friends of the Hebrew University. For Shaw TV, I'm Tracy Koga. Shalom.